If you thought the absolute universe was just going to be a grittier coat of paint on the same old stories, Absolute Wonder Woman 17 just proved you dead wrong. This issue doesn't start with a conversation, it starts with a body horror as Zatanna literally vomits up a mind control parasite to break free. And from there, it's pure escalation. We have Diana summoning Pegasus from the depths of hell. And speaking of hell, did Zatara just show up? And just when you think it couldn't get any crazier, she breaks out a new magical power set. She doesn't just fight Giganta, she becomes Giganta. We're talking a full blown kaiju battle in the middle of the city streets. Diana of the Wild Isle isn't just a warrior anymore, she is a force of nature. The issue opens up right where we left off in the museum. Diana is trapped in Zatanna's magical energy bindings, and Zatanna also has some backup with her Cheetah and Giganta. But I'm getting some dissension in the ranks as it looks like Giganta doesn't like taking orders all that much. And Diana tries desperately to punch Zatanna in the face, but the hold on her with her own magic is too great. It seems like she's trying to use Diana's magic to do something else too. Free her? Free her from what? And another interesting note, if you read what she is saying, you will see the name appear, Giovanni Zatara, Zatanna's father. And just then, we see what Zatanna gets freed from as she coughs up a little starro-looking creature that Veronica was attempting to use to control her absolute suicide squad. We cut to the control center of Area 41, where Kale is watching what is taking place, and she doesn't seem too happy about it. She heard Zatanna say her name, and after she gave her magic to Diana so that she could use it on her to free her from her alien controller, Zatanna is about to make a quick exit. But they need to get someone else out there before Diana has time to recover. But who are they going to send? Another magic user? And one that's more powerful? Kind of think we can guess who that might be. And with that, Zatanna is gone, and now free to move about, Diana is set to deal with the others. Let's start with Dr. Poison. Diana puts her in a magic gumball, and away she goes. Where she won't be harmed, but she won't do any either. So who's next?
Me.
As a large fist comes down, smashing Diana into the museum floor. Giganta. That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
But she hasn't got the best of Diana yet, and Cheetah doesn't fare much better. Diana calls in some skeletal reinforcements, but Giganta has backup too. Not that she asked for it. Here comes Pegasus, and I'm talking scorched earth, motherfucker.
I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
Things are really starting to heat up. Sorry. But Giganta appears too much for our hero as she is beaten down and carried out to the people outside by her hair just hanging there. So small compared to Giganta. But I think Diana has another trick up her gauntlet. With just a little of her hair and some magic here and there. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to rhyme. Bam! Match! Just like that, Diana is as big as she is. And Giganta is feeling the full weight of that, especially in the face as she just gets wrecked. And with her big ass down for at least a minute, time to work on getting some of these people out of here, especially the ones she cares about most. As Diana tries to coordinate evacuation plans with her friends, she informs them that she knows who they are. Zatanna left a little info in her mind before she disappeared, but the conversation gets cut short as a massive set of arms come down on Diana. And as Giganta continues her rants about grinding Diana's bones, Cheetah, little tiny Cheetah, tries to enter the fight, but is unintentionally bitch smacked from Giganta, sending her flying back. Giganta, now even bigger, runs down the street after Diana, and you can see the damage they're causing just from running. Diana needs to lead this fight away from the people. She tries hiding from Giganta, and just when Giganta thinks Diana is trying to trick her, she touches her again, and with her hair, match. Now, even size again, she uppercuts her, sending her flying in the air, and with one more, match. Now the two sit building size. She can do some real damage, but it will be the people who suffer from it. In one last attempt to take this party away from innocent people, she delivers another uppercut and sends Giganta flying out of the city into a nearby park. Dazed and confused, Giganta is already starting to stir after her impact, and Diana cannot waste any more magic on fighting her. So it's time to break out some good old fashioned techniques as she puts her in a sleeper hold. Night, night, Giganta. Back where Cheetah finally landed, we see fire all around her, and she's hurt pretty bad. However, there's another figure just off shot that we can hear, and it looks like he's going to help Cheetah by releasing her to the next world, and she is dealt a killing blow into her abdomen. Diana gives Giganta a magical ambient and takes off to track down the last one that escaped. However, when she gets to Cheetah, she is already dead. Blood magic. And she looks to see a flaming skeleton, yet he calls her the demon, ironically. And he has plans to deal with Diana. And I can't pronounce that backwards, but it spells out burn the witch. So clearly he uses the same magic style as Zatanna. Which, can Skeletor here really be Zatanna's father? And in the final shot, we see Diana's arm melting off. Remember, one of them is magic. And that is where this issue ends, guys. All right. I really like this one. I like that we got to see Zatanna a little bit, showing that obviously she's being kind of mind controlled, but she still had the ability to free herself. And she didn't want to have this fight with Diana. I think it's interesting because when Kale was speaking about Zatara, we could hear that obviously the mind control parasite's not going to work on him. He's too powerful. But clearly, the thing that was keeping him in check that they had now lost was Zatanna itself, or herself, should say, that he was probably being kept under control, thinking that something would happen to his daughter. So my bets, yes, that is Zatara that is sitting there, her father. Let me know down in the comments. How did you feel about this episode? Do you like the idea that they kind of took a Skeletor type of a look to Zatara here? How are you feeling about the Absolute Universe? And while you're doing that, guys, if you don't mind, go ahead and giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel, and having your bell notifications clicked, because we are going to continue following what happens in the Absolute Universe. Now, with that being said, obviously we know the KO event is happening as well, and that has kind of melded in with the Absolute Universe. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with the Absolute Universe after everything is resolved with Darkseid. But if you have the bell notifications clicked, we will keep you in the know with videos, so you will get alerted when those release. Guys, that is going to do it for me on this episode of You, Me, and DC. Until next time, I'll see you then.